So, cheers, man.
Cheers. Welcome to Drunktales.
This is Lewis. And I'm Noah.
That's Noah. And this whole point of the show is that the usual conversation you have when you're with your mates in a pub. Everybody I know that has got tall tales, and my friend here Noah, he's got some tales.
Yeah, definitely of Ethiopia, It's...
Born and raised. Where are you born? Where were you raised?
Well, I was born here in, England, Manchester, not London though.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved to Manchester when I was still I moved to London when I was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up there for let's say 2-3 years,
mm-hmm.
maybe 4. And then I moved on to Manchester and lived the rest of my years there until I was 10.
Yeah.
9. And then after that, one day my parents just randomly said, I'm just there moving along life, like going to school, playing,
Yeah.
outside, riding bike, doing what normal kids do. Not anymore. But then after that, one day my parents just said, oh yeah, we're leaving to Ethiopia in a week. Pack up your things, say goodbye to people you know. I'm like, what? Why? And they're just like, oh, we want to live over there, it's a way better life for you guys, it's way more peaceful,
Mm-hmm.
you guys would like it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's a big step, man.
For
all your friends.
Like everybody. I was going from a place where everyone spoke English to a place where no one understood English, nothing about it. White people were known as only foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Being classed as a moment you land there, you're a foreigner.
Even
though I was living there, my plan was to live there for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But then my parents didn't expect me to grow up and then want to move.
Yeah.
But then I did move and then realized that here is not exactly what I wanted. So,
mm-hmm.
But yes, then moving along life, boom. And then that week went by so fast. I just remember everything just getting packed up quickly. And
how was it just adjusting? Like, you don't speak the language.
it was the first day I landed there. My passport, my wallet got stolen.
As soon as you got
serious,
how old are you?
I was 10.
You got 10 and your wallet was stolen. I didn't have a wallet when I was 10.
Dude, my wallet got jacked. I had like 60 quid in there, man. I was pissed.
Oh,
it was my savings.
Oh.
And 60 quid in Ethiopia was a lot of money, especially at that time as well. So it was like 60 quid was like...
How many years ago was this?
This was like 10 years ago.
Like 10 years ago? Oh yeah, because you were 10. So how old are you now?
I'm 20.
So 20, so yeah, exactly 10 years ago.
So it was just... I wasn't happy.
What about school then?
School, I didn't properly start school for a good 3 years because the adjusting period, because it was like living, power would go out, water would leave, it would be baking hot, and it wasn't like there was much to do here, you could go out and,
yeah.
Well, at least for me as a kid, go to an arcade, go to a park,
yeah.
Hang out with other kids, ride my bike on a normal asphalt road. I couldn't really do that.
Mm-hmm.
But because there were more than one, there's more than one people who had more ideas to move out there, I wasn't alone, so there were 2 or 3 foreign kids, but they were not my age. They were 23, and I was 10, so I was over there playing PlayStation with them, and it was, it grew me up. It made me grow up quicker than I supposed to.
Yeah.
But it was a fun experience, and adjusting.
Just the language itself.
The language itself, I didn't start to pick that up until I went to school. And school...
Because you're 13 now.
Yeah, and when I went into school, it was I was the only white kid in my school.
Mm-hmm.
That's how serious it was.
Mm-hmm.
The only white kid in the school, so you're known instantly.
Yeah.
That's like putting a white dot on a black canvas.
Yeah.
So I was...
And you already feel alone in the first place, but now you're the only white
now
kid.
you're the only white kid. And the one thing about it though is that everyone wanted to be your friend, but for the wrong reason.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be your friend because you're the white kid. you know, the white kid has new things. The white kid does different things. You know, and it was like until like they realized that I wasn't gonna, you know, give them the world on a silver platter. They started like calling me some mean shit.
Mm.
You know, like they're mean in Ethiopia, especially in Africa as well. So like I was being called white devil.
Oh shit! When you're that young, you didn't hear any of this before,
You know?
in like Manchester or like London. You didn't hear any of this.
Nah.
And then straight away, like in a place that you don't know, you can't speak the language, and people just on you.
And the teachers were like proper tools, man, like proper tools, and it was a whole different system because, like, you know, they're allowed to like whoop the kid's ass in school.
Well, you capital punishment so they can lick you.
Yeah, they can whoop your ass.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
do shit about it. You can go cry home, and then your mom will whoop your ass for coming home crying. That's how it is over there, for real.
Yeah.
But, you know, so growing up in that type of, you know, schooling, I also put like a fear in me. Like, fuck, these people could fucking touch me.
Yeah. None of that in school over here.
You
No
know,
way.
like, nah, teacher don't want to touch you. They
That
touch
he's getting
you.
thrown out, disgraced. He's like in the newspaper and never work again.
You know, lost
Over there,
it.
it's every teacher and just give you a clap.
Jokes. But yeah, so it was like it was an experience to me. But like in like I've been to 2 Ethiopian schools. One of them was when both schools was when I moved to Baharda. Now when I first moved, I lived in Addis for like 6 months, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was cool, you know, but I was mostly in the house most of the time, you know. But over there, houses, like big houses, are cheap.
Yeah.
The prices over here, like let's say you're paying £700 a month, right? Imagine paying 300, or yeah, imagine paying £300 a month for a 6-bedroom house.
No, nowhere on the planet, nowhere in the UK can you get 6. That would get you like a square foot.
You know,
Like that would get you a tile in a bathroom. There's no way you get a 6-bedroom place for 300.
3 bathrooms.
That's not even a down payment on a flat. Like,
You know, so it's just like for there, like cheaper. It's cheaper to live there, but you're giving up a lot, like you know, food wise as well.
yeah.
I missed so much.
Well, what did you miss?
Well, okay, let's start it from every type of crisp that you can get here. Like just cancel crisps were out of the deal. I lost
Straight away.
Yeah, I lost crisps, I lost gummy bears, I lost Haribo, I lost all that shit for like a good 5-6 years. You know, it was only until I started like going to the main city, which is Addis, and then even then, it's like you have to take a 45-minute to an hour bus to the
Yeah.
supermarket.
Damn.
And even there, it's like, would they only have?
There's a supermarket about 10 minutes away from here.
Yeah, you know.
Just down the road.
And just remember in Baharda that like our supermarkets in Baharda, they're only, at first there was only 2. There was Family Choice and New York Supermarket.
Yeah.
New York Supermarket and Family Choice are no bigger than the side shops that everyone goes into now. Just calls a shop. To us, that was a supermarket.
Yeah.
You know, 4 aisles.
It's crazy.
That's it. And it wasn't like nothing too fancy, you know. And most of it would be like not original brands. You know, like you would have Snickers. They would have, I don't know, Snick Snacks. You know, you have gummy bears. They have jelly bears.
That's crazy.
Or jelly, or I don't know, something else. You know,
I'm
like
still
Tic
on-
Tac. Sorry.
I still can't get over like just being in a place where like you don't speak the language.
That right.
How do you know what language do you speak out there?
Amharic.
Amharic.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone's ringing. Typical, innit? Who's calling
You
me?
know?
Oh, Julian. Hello, you are Julian.
You're cool.
This is you prick. Calling us on recording. Fucking prick. You just say it, yeah? Yes, it's always about harder they speak.
No, Baharda was a town.
Sorry, what's the language?
Amharic.
Amharic, sorry.
Because Ethiopians, that is their main language. And
Well, how many different languages in Ethiopia, man?
okay, so the main one is Amharic, but then you have Tigrain,
Mm-hmm.
which is the only 2 that I really know so far. You know, Tigrain is more northern, I think.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't really know too many people who speak it. You know, most you go to Gondar, Addis Ababa, Baharda, Aksum, they all speak Amharic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's, you know, only certain towns speak it. But it's cool.
Give people a little bit of the Amharic.
Amharic, well, let's say if you're gonna say hello to someone, salamno would be the most advice because it means peace and then like a hi. So like hey, I bring peace. You know, so salamno or salam. Now to say how are you doing or how are you is dananing.
Denaning.
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 There you go.
Denaning.
There you go.
Denaning.
And I say denano.
Oh, okay.
And that means I'm good.
Oh, denaning.
Denano.
Yeah.
I'm good. And you know, you have like, oh, you know, since I'm put on the spot, it just feels like all of it just flew out my head right now. But
when's the last time we spoke Amharic? Because how long have you been in the UK?
oh, because remember, I've been here for like 3 weeks now since I just came back.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Should we go into that story?
Nah, I think we can post on that. I'm just gonna say revolution.
Yeah.
Put that in there, and we can just move on.
So like before that.
Well, before that was like a year, like 7 months.
So it's a year.
Yeah, like a year, 7 months before.
And do you speak so where you are? Amharic is the main language.
Yeah.
And how long did it take to pick up?
To pick it up, 3-4 years.
So you're just fluent.
It's like when I went to school. That's when I had to, because I had to, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
All my friends were only Ethiopian. So
give me some more Amharic ups. Like, how do you say, I don't know, wine?
Wine?
Mm-hmm.
There's many different types, but I cannot remember right now. So sorry. But let me go into like everyday. So let's say you're going over there, you want to go get like some bananas. Bananas and mousse. Mousse. So let's say you're going over to the shop and then you say, if you want a kilo of mousse, kilo over there is kilo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can just say kilo. Nah, it works.
Kilo. Yeah.
So you can say and, that means one.
Yeah.
And kilo mousse.
Oh,
1 kilo mousse.
1 kilo bananas.
And then after that you have apple is apple.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's like you know, like since all the fruits that are not grown there or anything that's not grown there or from there, it's this.
Oh, so yeah.
So squid is squid.
Oh, okay. See, yeah.
You know, if you ever ask them what a squid is, they're like showing a picture. They think that's like some Titanic beast. Don't pop out the lake and start grabbing people. Nice, but then after that you have, what is it, like pineapple is ananas.
Ananas.
You know, so let's just go from also with numbers as well. Let's just get this quick. So you have 1, 2, 3, which is Antoilette sauce.
Antoilette sauce. So I'm learning, picking it up, man.
You know, and then you can go up to 5, Antoilette sauce adat amist.
Antoilette sauce adat.
Antoilette sauce.
Antoilette sauce.
Hullet, not hullet.
Antoilette sauce.
Adat
amist.
And then you can go sidis.
Sidis. Sabat. Simit. Sitan. Asar.
Then asaran is a sauce that is going on until forever. But yeah, and that's, you know, and just walk around in life.
So you was there for 10 years?
10 years. It was.
And then when you came back here, you had to readjust back to a bit.
I had to. It took like, it was overwhelming at first.
Yeah.
Because it was like everything's like movies, you know, but not.
Yeah.
You know, because over there in Ethiopia, everyone thinks it's like films.
What, just like...
Yeah, you know, you go there and then you're rich.
That's it, yeah.
You know, you go there, you make money, you have a wonderful life, you jump off planes, you kill people. You know, you find romance and magical shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
You know. But when I was coming, it was like, wow, so this is it now. This is the modern day world, real life technology.
What made you
Wi-Fi.
what made you come back here? Was it your family or you just wanted to come back here?
It was, I really, I feel like I needed a change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I lived my whole life there, my whole like growing up. You know, really starting to learn lessons and starting to pick up things, and you know, starting to change into my own man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, finding out who I am. So I felt like I needed to go different places to find that, because I went everywhere in Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
Gondar, Aksum, Lalibela, you know, Shashamani, Addis Ababa, which I lived there for like, I can't even remember, was it 7-8 months?
Yeah.
But I always traveled back and forth. You know, at least like 3 times a year I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Every party, you know, so I needed a change of scenery. I did nearly everything there. Actually, I did everything there.
Yeah.
And there's not much to do. Like, alright, like an exciting thing would be going on the lake and going to an island that we've been to 6 times. That is something exciting.
Yeah.
For me, like something to do on the weekend. Like, like we come down to Lewis's and, we do some media suspect. And,
Yeah.
Not like...
We just hang out and
we
chill.
Just hang out, we record. We promote Media Suspect, which is bam. You already know it.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of clicking in this episode. Bang bang. Bang bang. Guns are bad, George. Do not play with guns.
Seriously. Put them aside.
Them
not
down.
meant for you. Just stick in the book, study, become a millionaire, and then just laugh at the people with guns and be like, I'm gonna be on my jet, fly down to Hawaii.
Until you come down to Qued and someone just goes, give me your wallet. Bang bang bang.
Don't matter.
What were you talking about again? Oh yeah. Let's go to okay. So bang, you're back in England.
Mm-hmm.
For like the first time in like how long?
Well, 10 years.
10 years. Back in England. 10 years. The borders.
10 years.
The borders changed bare in 10 years.
Crazy. Because it was like, let's just say, we also need to remember that Ethiopia is now in 2009.
Like they're catching up.
Like they just reached 2009, like September 2015. Like we just reached last month.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The technology.
And like let's just say, 3 years ago was when like the first escalator came out.
You serious?
I'm serious.
That's like some classic rap hip hop video called.
Like 3 years, like elevators have only now, like at least like for like 2-3 years, elevators have also not been in nearly most big buildings.
You serious?
I'm serious.
So it was staring at
Stairs most of the way, but then yeah.
So go back here after 10 years. Where did you go first when you first got here?
First place I went here was a fish and chip shop. I'm serious. I landed and then it was like, cause I had a long ass flight. I missed my flight because I came here and I stopped in Toulouse, France.
How long is it?
The flight was like 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
But I stopped in Toulouse and then I took a flight over to London.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I missed my plane, which sucked. So I had to wait 8 hours in the airport for my next flight. So I was hungry and this is coming right back. So I didn't have any like pounds or anything on me. I only had birr, and I realized and I found out that you kind of exchange birr.
Oh yeah, birr is the money out there.
Yeah, the money. Just that you guys know currency. It's very strange and it's not plastic like over here. £5 note. I'm thinking, oh no, Monopoly. So when I came, I was
How much though is the money? Like as in like £1 is how much?
30, but it went down now since the pound has been deducting. I think it's now like 24.
Oh, okay.
Or 21.
So what could 30 birr get me?
30 birr could get you a burger and a drink and some chips.
So I get a burger, chips, and a drink for just over £1.
Yeah, but this is not no like joke. Like this is actual meat, actual. It's not no McDonald's burger.
Oh yeah.
Like something that you pay £8, £10 for. And like you go. I don't know. There's so many places right now I can think of.
Yeah.
Let's say you just go over to a normal restaurant and you get a burger, £10, something like that.
Yeah.
That type of burger.
Oh, so you get a high quality burger for just over £1. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's something because over there it's way more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, over here it's way more expensive. It's for good things.
Yeah.
Like you go to McDonald's, you get some synthetic meat.
Yeah. Don't know what's in those beef. There's like horse, chicken, people, anything.
Wood chips.
Exactly.
Squirrel, who knows?
Beef, what shocked you about coming back to London again?
The way how the people are.
Like how though?
See, I'm very used to everyone staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one thing that really like hit me, and it was a relief when I came here, but then I also realized that there's no balance. So it's like over there they stare at you.
Yeah.
All the time. The moment you come out the bank, there's people looking at you. The moment you're walking on the street, people looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're the only white person that's walking.
Yeah.
You're something different. Ooh, white guy.
Yeah.
It's like seeing a squirrel playing a guitar. That's what it is to them. Like.
Yeah.
So when I came back here and I was just standing and I just see that everyone just walks by me, I'm like, whoa. No one noticed me for shit. I could whip my dick out and no one give a fuck.
Invisible over here.
So it was just, You know, that was one of the things as well. And then, yeah, and then also buying stuff like the bread aisle. Bread aisle was another.
The bread aisle, what, in the supermarket?
Yeah, that thing also shocked me as well, because I'm thinking, like, okay, this is coming from a place where you ask for 3 bread and they give you 3 bread. You know?
What, 3 loaves of bread?
Yeah, 3 loaves of bread, that's it. You know, you get white bread, they're all the same shape. You can't add, you might be able to ask for, like, a loaf of bread, which is not chopped up.
Yeah.
You know, you have to cut it yourself. When as you're trying to cut it up, it breaks up.
Yeah. So it was like crumbly bread.
You know, so you have to cut it in thick pieces, like...
like that. A proper doorstop.
You know, so when I came here and I'm seeing people choose like white bread, mixed bread, brown bread, thick, thin, medium.
Just a variety.
I'm just like...
just blew your mind, the variety of like, bread.
Of bread.
And that's just standard.
And that's standard.
Gluten free, like low fat, low high sugar, brown, cheesy bread.
That, like, all that, and for me, I was like, and then when I went to the sweet aisle and, you know, the chips and, you know, the supermarket, and then fun fairs, parks, you know, the traveling system, like Oyster cards. That shit amazed me.
Oyster card?
You know, my dad was like, oh yeah, here's your Oyster card to travel. I was like, what is this gonna do? Like, what do I do? Do I do it and then teleport? Like, what the fuck? And he was just like, no, you beep it in. And I'm like, beep it in. And then we go down there and he's like, yeah, just do. And I'm like, really? This is how people travel now? This is coming from a place where you find a taxi and you have to fight. Remember, you know how it is in India? Similar type of thing. So, like, you have to, like, if there's a whole bunch of people, you have to make sure that you're the first person, otherwise you ain't getting a seat.
Yeah.
And Ethiopian people, that mean, man, they'll drag you back. Like, one time I was trying to enter a taxi, one guy trying to drag me back, and he grabbed onto my bag. He saw that I was going in that taxi.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm gonna follow this guy. So he grabbed onto my bag and was like, kind of like, like dragging, like I was dragging him along with me, and it broke my back.
Wait, how many? Is there not that many taxis in Ethiopia?
It's just like you have to wait, because like 3 or 4 might come, and there's like 60 people.
Oh,
and each one can maybe fit like 10, but they load it up. Like a seat that can only sit 2, they'll sit 3.
Mm.
You know, but man, it's jokes.
It's hectic.
It's hectic. It's real hectic, and it's a whole, you know, in the order over here in the organization, it's cool.
Mm.
You know, and the one thing I don't like is the cameras everywhere. I know it's cool for safety and stuff like that.
Mm.
You know, but I don't like being watched all the time. You know, I come from a place where a mountain was my back garden.
Yeah.
You know, there was only 3 cameras in town.
That was
it. You know,
it is every corner.
London has the most cameras.
Everywhere where there's like a shadow, there's just a camera beaming at you.
You know, over there, a mountain was my back garden.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I walked down and there was a giant pond. You know, and then I walked up a little bit, it was 2 mountains. One smaller one and then one huge one.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, you know, my everyday.
Imagine that.
Let me go up there.
Your back garden's like Mordor.
Trust. You know, like, not only that, and then it was like in between 2 mountains, so there was a valley.
Yeah.
You know, like little caves and like trees, and then on one side it was like this whole like forest going up the side of the mountain, and then it was all plain on the other side.
Oh.
So it was like it's like the perfect place to like either like play like some super dare hide or seek, or like some paintballing, or like some shit on that side of all the trees, because it's crazy down there, man.
Damn, I need to go. This is just telling me to go to Ethiopia. And
then after that, it's just like in the fields. There's so many nice green fields. I mean, during summer it does get gray, but that's after summer. That's after like towards the end, after straight, like that's after the beaming hot sun. But then when it rains like a motherfucker. Yeah. Like, let's just say, oh no, the phone ringing again.
It's Julian again.
Right,
Julian,
should we just answer?
Why are you doing this?
Answer it.
Yo, Julian, you're on speaker right now, rude boy. Yo. Is this guy calling me and not saying anything? Like some dickhead. You know what, yeah? Julian, go fuck yourself, innit? Julian, fuck you, man. Let me just turn this completely no sound.
So you couldn't hear hear him.
I can hear him talking. I think he just butt dialed me.
Pocket car.
When we're getting some intense talk about the green mountains of Ethiopia, I can hear like
the birds, the shit in the wind.
The Lion King music is playing in the background right now.
Circle of life. But that's to say, like on the weekends how we come over here and chill and stuff like that. Like for me, that was my weekend.
Yeah.
And we just take a walk and grab my dog and just take a walk to the palace or up to the mountain or somewhere.
I want to do that. I need to do that.
We can go down to the lake and find some next type of place where we jump from some rocks and some next rocks and then find a little. I can show you it's like a little patch of land in between the Nile. So it's like you jump on there's a few rocks you have to jump on and you might get wet if you slip and fall.
Yeah.
But once you're there, it's just one of the coolest places to chill. Because you're surrounded by water, there's great scenery around you. It's just trees and around you, the birds. You see some of those cool shit. I've seen lizards, like some big lizards, Komodo dragons.
Damn.
Just
kill people.
I've seen birds up to my eyebrows are like beaks, at least 2 feet long.
It's just you're in the wild. You just strip your back on. It's just the wild.
And I've had hyenas jump into my yard.
Hyenas?
And hyenas are no joke, they're big. They're like donkey big.
Oh shit!
That's the one thing. Everyone underestimates hyenas, but they're big and they run fast.
Damn. A donkey-sized hyena.
Trust, they're huge. You have the small ones, but then when you have the leaders of the pack and shit like that, them motherfuckers don't play.
How the hell you get rid of hyenas when you're gone? I got a fox in my garden. That's what I have.
Why you do that? It's just you come out with machete thing and sticking. This is Africa, blood. No rules apply here. No social services gonna come down and say you hurt this hyena female. It's just it's his life or yours.
If there's a fox, if you tell the fox to shoot, the fox will call RSPCA. And you'll be going in jail for insulting a fox. There you come with a machete for a donkey-sized hyenas.
Shit.
Hyenas eat dead animals. They eat the animal that another animal was killed.
Or the hyenas, at least for one of the times I was at this, a hyena killed a drunk man. This is the one they kill. They're like vultures. They kill prey or find carcass. They kill prey that is weak and wary and is gonna die, or they find carcasses that have already eaten. So there was this drunk guy who was totally wasted walking on this Hyatt Road, which is known as at nighttime you never walk there unless you're at least 6 guys or 3. So basically, this guy was alone, fucked up. The hyenas could tell. This guy cannot defend himself, let's just eat it. And that's what happened. He got munched.
Damn. Getting eaten by a hyena in Africa.
As you're going home from clubbing, at the night in life and a hyena eats you.
And then if I come home from clubbing or whatever, I'm I don't care. I'm just walking down the road. I'm not worrying about nothing. All I'm worrying about is what's in my fridge. I'm hungry.
But you don't
I'm just look my back for a hyena to come munch me.
Yeah, and then there's also the pack of dogs as well.
Pack of dogs?
Yeah.
This is wild dogs.
Wild dogs. It is, like I say, it's out there, it's a wild. So it's just there's, you have the, I guess what we call them over there is, because I had one of those type of dogs as well. She was a badass. Her name was Noisy. What was it? Was it a runt? Not a runt. That's the smallness of the litter, right? Of the runt of the litter. What was it? I can't remember. It's a breed of, it's a mixture of every type of dog. I can't remember the name of it right now, man.
Was it tall?
No, it's not. It's
a little pit bull or something.
No, it's not. No, it's. This is irritating me now, man.
It's a big dog, man.
It's a big dog.
It was a big Brucey dog.
I know that was the lion hunter.
Nice. A lion hunting dog.
Lion hunting dog. Yeah, man. They used them to track them down. That was one of the other dogs that I had. Big one. It has a lion.
Yeah.
Down its back. Huge ass dog. They could have 3 or 4 of them against a lion.
Damn.
The paws
That's the
and
mother nature,
and
man.
in Ethiopia, like if you pop up with a dog like that, people run.
Damn.
Trust people will run far because they're used to the street dogs. You know, and when I mean I had a street dog, her name was Noisy, and she was the leader of the pack, but I was alpha.
Mhm.
You know, so I'm alpha, she's beta,
Yeah.
or whatever that is. You know, so it was just like, it was cool, man. You know, I'm very happy that I grew up in that type of environment. You know, I could grab my dogs and climb up a mountain, walk down some field, you know, go on some next type of forest adventure.
Mhm.
You know, get blazed, and then walk back. You know, that was my day. That's what I did that day. You know, it's a different type of lifestyle.
Well, so there's a tale I want you to talk about. Yeah, is your recent trip to Africa. That is a drunk tale. Eat some drink for that. You need to take a sip of that beer.
I was going
For
to
that.
try it, actually.
Tell the people out there about your recent. So, when you came here, you came back here,
Mm-hmm.
and how long was you here until you went back to Africa?
How long was I here? I was here for 1 year, 7 months.
1 year, 7 months, and you went back to Africa. How long ago?
About like 3 weeks ago.
Tell the people, what did you see back in Africa? You went back for what? Just to see family?
I went back for vacation to see family. It was my godson's first birthday, and you know, and I really missed them.
Yeah.
So, now my first experience going back there was that as I landed to Ethiopia, I found out that right after I left, 1 or 2 hours before right after I left, there was a suicide. There was bombings.
A suicide bomber?
Yeah. Oh, was it suicide bombing? No, it was actually 3 bombs. Not suicide, let me get that correct. It was actually 3 bombings.
3 bombs? I see 3 bombs in the airport.
Yeah, in Istanbul. The same airport. And I have a picture on my phone and on the flash drive of the airport, of the part of the airport that was blown up. I was there in the parking lot. And then when I came back and I was on the news, I saw that place. And I was like, I have a picture of me standing right there. With cars and people walking, and I see the place destroyed.
So this is before you went?
This is when I landed, when I was going there for my vacation.
Damn.
So that was already an
shut down
experience.
the whole airport or something.
They did, man. I one of my luggages was like lost over there. Luckily, since I flirted with the girl very nicely and, you know, got her number and everything, that was a cool day. You know, she made sure that my bag came back to me nice and safe, and she was happy to see me too. It was just an excuse for me to come back. Yeah, forget him, his bag. He's gonna have to come back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's not even, you've never touched in the country yet, and something mad happened.
Something mad happened to me. So, now I'm there for, you know, let's say about 2 weeks. You know, I'm enjoying myself, and then after that, it's like, I have no food in the house, just to clarify.
This is in Ethiopia,
This is in Ethiopia. And I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, tomorrow I can just go do some shopping. Now that night, around 7, 8 o'clock, I hear that in the morning there's going to be a revolution. And it's going to be deep. And I was just like, wait, what? And it's just like, oh yeah, like there's going to be protests, there's going to be shooting, people are going to be dying.
Who did you hear this from?
Heard it from the people.
Just some random guy, just whisperers going around.
No, random great people, everybody. People at the shop, people walking on the street, everyone knew about it. It was like war was happening.
Damn.
It was on the news, but not world news, Ethiopian news. It was in the papers, but only a little bit. It was just like, it just hit instantly, you know? And everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, serious.
So what kicked it off? Like, what was the whole revolution about? What kicked it off?
Well, what's kicking it off is just that after the last Prime Minister, Meles, he passed away. And now the new Prime Minister, who personally, I don't really know his name. I try my best to stay out of politics and stuff like that. I really don't want to have an opinion. Like, I don't at all. But this new Prime Minister, he became the head of everything, but he's not too good with juggling, you know, with the other countries, like on how to like sell supplies, how to get in, how to trade. You know, he's terrible with it. Meles, he was awesome because he said he was good with strong no's, but easy compromise. You know, so it was like if Sudan wanted sugar, yeah, he would say, all right then, they want like 70% of the sugar. They say no, I'll give you 30%, and here's 10% electricity.
Yeah.
You know. And then after that, but he passed away, and then this new guy came up, and he's just selling all the sugar, all the electricity to Sudan, Egypt, Dubai, other countries, and he's selling it for them for mad cheap. So there's none left for the people, and making the people pay a whole heap of money.
Mhm.
So now the people are just pissed off. So the main government is run by a tribe called the Tigray,
Okay.
and the government is a majority of 3 tribes, which is the Iroma,
Mhm.
the Amhara, and the Tigray. Now the Iroma and the Amhara feel that it's very unfair that the Tigray is doing this to the country and to their tribes, because the Tigrayans are being taken care of.
Mhm.
You know, they don't feel like they are as well. So it's just like they want change.
Yeah.
They don't want improvised compromise. They want change. They want who's ever running it to get off and have someone else, and he don't want to.
Yeah.
So of course now they're fighting, and it's
So
really sad.
couldn't they go to the politics where like let's vote for someone else in instead of just
This is Africa, man. This is where money is power, man. Like Meles, he was the prime minister for as long as I was there. Like the whole time I was there until he passed, he was prime minister.
yeah.
Like everyone was pissed that he won so many times. Reason why he won? Because he had money, and he just went, "There's 100,000 for you. There's that for you. There's that for you. You guys cool? You guys gonna vote for me now? Yeah, I got the majority
His
vote."
politics corrupt out there.
Exactly.
It's corrupt politics.
You know, so it's just like, you can never say anything against the government. You know, like for me to even say, if I was doing this in Ethiopia and the police found about it, they would kill me,
That's how raw it is.
or at least fuck me up badly.
Yeah.
At least fuck me up badly and throw me in jail. No, there was.
How much out there?
I heard a story about this woman. She was fine, and she was talking about it, and a cop overheard and beat the shit out of her. And told her, "This is not your issue. This is our problem. This is our, politics. This does not concern you. You do not have to speak about it." That's the reason why they don't want anyone out there to know.
Because when they was telling me these stories, I was thinking, how you would have seen this on Google News or something at least. Even if it's not on the TV, at least there's news websites.
Nah, they blocked it off completely because I was only supposed to be there for a month, but that month turned into 2.5, and it was just like I couldn't I could find a recipe of Gordon Ramsay or some neck chef, but I couldn't let my family know I was alright because they blocked off all social media, everything, even email, Facebook, WhatsApp, Viber, I can't even remember, even BBM.
Everything, just
Everything.
all forms of communication outside was just blocked
All
when
communication.
this revolution started.
Exactly, and the moment it started was the moment it went off. And it was like a good, at least month and a half, it was gone.
What went down?
The internet.
For a month long? I can't live a day without
For a
it.
month and a half, no internet, at least. The internet came back when I came back.
So when you came back here?
Yeah, the internet came back for only a little bit, and now it's gone again.
So what is going on out there?
Well, what I heard now was that, was it 37 people were trampled in a riot?
It's just riots going out there.
And I was trampling, they didn't even want to say about the people that got shot. I think it was around 400.
Cause you heard some shit out there.
I was hearing people like dying, gunshots.
Cause where were you in the situation of like how this revolution started? Where were you?
I was okay. So let's say here's my house, and here's the fighting. So let's say this is like a distance from here to the gas station up the road.
That's like a few. That's not even that far. That's like around the corner.
But let's say because we couldn't just walk straight there, you would have to walk around like this. So it would be like a 45-minute walk because you couldn't have to. It was a lake. They were fighting on a bridge.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, so here's my house, here's this, and then you would have to walk up the road and then go down to the bridge.
So you're 45 minutes away from me, it was going down.
Yeah, but it was still like the type of closeness, but only because of the bridge and the water that it wasn't. Now you have to walk that.
So
far.
45 minutes away from you, just hearing gunshots.
And I was hearing ba 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 ba, and I mean like AK-47, Kalashnikov, what's them called, semi-automatics, handguns, P99, like.
Because that area that's 45 minutes away, what is it, like a city or a town? Where is it? Where did it just pop off in a neighborhood?
It was in the city. We were all in the city at the time. And then it was in the bridge, and there's only one bridge in Bahardar because it's the only way I have to travel from one side of Bahardar to the other.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like kind of in the center.
Center, just gunshots popping
Just
up.
gunshots, people dying. You know, I know by like this restaurant where I used to eat at least maybe every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Was called Cobell, and like 38 people died.
38 people just gunned down over some.
And like the whole zinc, because they don't have like proper walls. Sometimes they just have a zinc wall.
Yeah.
And that just had a whole bunch of bullet holes in it. You know, and it was sad, man, because after you hear, like, I woke up the next morning after hearing what was happening. And it was just gunshot. When I woke up there, like, my family already counted 200 gunshots.
Just going down just for how long? How long does all this last?
6 hours.
Just gunfire, people screaming, running.
People screaming, running.
What do you do there? What can you do? Just don't. You can't leave your house.
You can't do anything.
You just have to just keep your head down.
Because if you want to live.
Damn.
It's not your business. If you go out there and they kill you, it's your fault. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Because outside your house, but you just hear it, not knowing where it's coming from.
Yeah, we knew where it was coming from. It was coming from the bridge.
Damn, man.
You know, you hear people screaming, and then at one point people were like shooting like handguns outside of our house. Like I was wondering where like people just going around just shooting at random people who were just out on the street.
So like this revolution, the town just went crazy.
It didn't just go crazy. It was like the military against the people.
Against people that were against the government.
Yeah, and the government sent the military to fight back.
So there was we have to take. So the whole rebelling thing was we need to take it out by force.
Yeah, because this is peace. They're trying by peace, but this is Africa, man. Like, you've seen Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah, Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah, that's how it is. You know, it's deep like that, man. And, like, people who...
Hotel Rwanda's a film, by the way. Check it out. It's a good film.
It's deep. And it's just like people who, if you work for the government, if you're wearing a suit, like this guy was wearing a suit, and he got dragged out of his car and fucked up for wearing a suit.
Why?
Because he thought he worked for the government.
So, because the fine suit associated with the government, you're the enemy.
Exactly.
Who's gonna just beat you up?
Fuck you up.
Damn, man.
They want change, man, and they want something better, and they're tired of it now because they're just like, yeah, we want change. You said there's gonna be change, and it hasn't been changed, and now we're just gonna fuck it up.
And you got stuck. So how long were you supposed to be there? Because no one got stuck out there.
Like 1 month max. I even had my return ticket and everything, but I couldn't fly because the city was locked off. No one go in, no one go out.
So how long, you're supposed to be there for a month, how long did you end up being there?
2.5.
2.5 months just stuck in just like a war zone.
War zone. It was crazy because it was like, let's just say there wasn't shooting all the time, but there was silent protests. The silent protest was actually what hit the city more than the shooting. To tell you the truth, because the silent protest was when the city was locked off and everything was shut down. When I mean everything from corner shops to supermarkets to banks to no taxis on the road. It was just, if you were open, a crowd of people would come down to your house and tell you, or come down to your shop and tell you, look, shut down your shop now, or we're going to destroy your shop.
But who was saying that now?
The protesters. They wanted to do a fight against the government, saying that we're not going to work no more. You know, we're not going to work for you anymore. That's just so everything. Every company, everything was shut down.
Damn.
And that means no transport of food going in and out of Bahardar. So let's just think, now this is a population of 228 people, you know, going up, going down every day. So let's say this city's now locked off. There's only so much amount of food. You know, stuff didn't go crazy, but it got deep. Imagine paying £10 for one onion.
£10 for an onion?
Yeah. One.
So what, just things started skyrocketing?
Yeah, because you can't get it anymore.
Then, so where the shopkeepers kind of selling that out the back, like slyly.
If you knew them well.
And it's like, well, you know what, I'm not gonna have this food, I don't know how long this food's gonna last me.
Yeah.
I have to jack up the price.
You know, exactly. You know, and it was like, but things that were done locally, because around my neighborhood, the Ethiopians, they did work together at one point. They were like, all right then, look, because the first silent protest was supposed to be for like a week. That week turned out to be like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then there was like 2 days where there was food, and then after that there was 15 days no food, and then they had the break. It was deep. because like.
And even if a vacation and you're just stuck in the middle of this, like.
You know, and it was like there was nothing about it. All it just went up. Everyone was surprised. At least everyone I knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was sad for me to hear that. You know, a lot of my friends, they were like proper, like, yeah, we need to fight. You know, this we don't want to be treated like this anymore. And for me, I get it. It's their country. You know, it's none of my business. But I was like, don't go out there, man. Don't die. Because this is not no England where they have shields and they had tear gas. But they didn't have rubber bullets. They had real bullets.
They were just gunning people down.
Gunning people down. Maybe they were trying to aim for their legs, but most of them didn't. Like, there was so many people inside the hospital. And not only that, when right after the shooting happened, the first shooting, everybody went down. Like, the protesters went down to the hospital after the people getting shot, and they raided the hospital.
You serious?
I'm fucking serious.
Hospital was like neutral, like.
You know, like they wanted to shut that shit down. You know? It's fucked up, man. And I'm just like, shit, my friends, the people I know are going through this.
Damn.
So for me, it's like also deep. You know, like I lived there for 10 years, nothing ever happened, man.
So you leave there, you come back, so it's a bit the same, and it's like
It's not.
revolution and like political shit's been going down since you ain't been there. You're like, what happened to my peaceful place?
The peace left, man. It was like the streets started to go scary because, I mean, before the streets were peaceful. They were very peaceful, you know, unless you put yourself in a very bad, shady neighborhood. Then that's on you. But
Yeah.
But then just knowing that now everywhere is not cool.
It's still going on.
Still going on now to this day. No one knows when it's gonna stop.
And then what have I seen? Nothing. I haven't heard anything.
You can't like a few of my friends who were here tried to Google it for me and like find stuff. They couldn't. They were like, all they found out was Ethiopia.
That was it.
That was it. You couldn't find nothing else about what's happening.
Ethiopia's not like no little shopping centre. It's
huge.
like it's a big part of the country.
You know, and not only that, it also ships out. It's also a supplier to the world as well. You know, I do not know what it supplies. I know coal is one of them. You know, I know turf is another one. Oil, electricity. Yeah, because they have one of the major dams. You know, if they wanted, they can build. They're building a dam right now, right? And Egypt and all the other countries are kind of pissed off with them because when they build this dam, they're going to be cutting off the flow of water.
Yeah. Exactly.
From the rest of the other countries. I'm just like, Ethiopia has that power to just go poof. Because it runs right through Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And Ethiopia has the power to cut it off and cut off all the rest. And I'm just like, wow. Imagine in a war when Sudan and so are fighting and Ethiopia doesn't want Sudan to have water anymore. They just doof.
Yeah.
And water is vital. You know, you can live, like, if you just have water, you can live for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Just drinking water. You know?
You must have to do that. When I saw Noah, when he came back from Ethiopia, he was just skinny.
I lost 10 kilos because the only thing I was eating was stew, flatbread. I was lucky enough to get eggs from time to time. You know, meat? No meat. Can't remember when I ate meat. Like for the 2-3 weeks, when things like 2 weeks when after the shooting things were like kind of shady. Everyone thought maybe it was just the shooting. Everyone would calm down.
Yeah.
It went back up again and it was crazy. And it added to us at this protest called the Red Card protest, which they all went up into the capital. It was like 2 million, 3 million people. They all went up into the capital with red cards.
Yeah.
And said, we want this person out. You're disqualified.
Yes.
They use football rules for the government. You're out of here.
So it's like a mixture of peaceful like protests that like want to kind of do it peacefully, and then people just saying, "Joe, we want them out, or we're gonna gun you down."
Exactly, and that's how it is. You know, there's some people who try peacefully, but the peaceful way don't work sometimes.
And you think of the police that like, you know, the police want to keep things peaceful, but they don't know what's gonna pop off, so they're gonna be like.
This is one thing you need to remember. Like, at least what I was thinking, this is police who had their guns but never allowed to shoot them. You know, like you have a gun and you're never allowed to shoot it, and now this is the time you're allowed to shoot it. You know,
yeah.
Well, I'm thinking at least I'm thinking a lot of them are spraying for no reason because I'm hearing.
Jeez, man.
Like it's either that you're killing bad people or you're just shooting at those wind. You know, you're just shooting for the fun of it, but it's not nice. It's real sad, man.
Damn, man.
It gets deep, you know, and then leaving, I had to leave in a hurry because they had a truce for 1 week since New Year's, and then they said after New Year's we're gonna start the real shit.
Shit.
That's what they said. Well, not real shit, but they're gonna start the real protest.
Yeah.
Like immediately right after I left, there was gonna be a 1 month shutdown of everything, not just towns, but all of Ethiopia. No selling to no country, no transactions happening in Ethiopia whatsoever right now. It's shut down on lock.
Damn.
Whole country.
I ain't hearing any of this.
You can hear it. You know, and luckily I found a little bit of a newspaper, a little article. I heard that 37 people got stomped in a protest and a riot. I was like, what the fuck?
And if you're put in those small places, it's Africa.
Huge.
It's like
It's huge.
it's part of Africa.
You know, it was one of the only countries that didn't get capitalized or taken over by Europe.
It's part of one of the biggest continents on the planet, and you don't hear any of it. I can hear about bloody Kim Kardashian and thing.
You know, it's just like I have a theory that it's just like first comes Kim Kardashian, then comes Obama, and then after that comes like the rest.
The rest of the world.
But serious, it's getting deep.
So how long did it take you to get back here? Back out to London? Would you have to go through there because it was a truce, so you quickly bought a ticket?
So you know, I had to buy some expensive ass ticket too. So I left Sunday, I left Saturday, reached Monday. I reached London on Monday morning.
Yeah.
I was traveling for a whole 27 hours.
27 hours?
I had a 10-hour, 11-hour layover in Dubai. And then I had an 8-hour to 10-hour layover in Addis.
You almost just escaping the country.
Yeah. And then, days, it was hassle. Because, I spent all my money, so as I was traveling, I was broke as well. So I was like, well, I just want to reach London and just go to my fish and chip shop, go to somewhere else, go to Nando's or some shit. This is coming from a place where, you know, the type of chips that you get over there are potato chips, they're sliced.
Yeah.
You know, with a peeler.
Yeah.
And then fried.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to put the salt on them yourselves, and those, you know, that was the shit right there.
Yeah.
Over here, it's like you have Walkers, Doritos, wafers. Not wafers,
Quavers.
Quavers. You have
all different colours of the rainbow. There's ketchup flavour there.
You know, a barbecue flavour, this
cheese
flavour, that flavour. You know, burger flavour. When I came back, Doritos came out with a burger flavour, and then another one salsa flavour. I was like, oh, dude. Don't get me started. I kind of went, you know, I had to gain back my weight, man. I gained back some of it though.
Yeah, when I saw Noah, he was skinny, man.
Skinny,
That he looked sick, you could tell.
I wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know, I also need to say this as well. In Ethiopia, at least this is what I heard, that the water was poisoned with cholera.
Damn, that's how deep it went.
By the Tigraine. And I was just like, so even the water couldn't drink. We had to filter it and purify it.
Why would they poison the water?
For Amhara. Bahar is a full out Amhara region. It's in Amhara region.
Damn, so this travel stuff goes deep, man.
Yeah, man. They want to I told you that they came up, they drove up with cars with machine guns on the back of them, ready to mark people. That one that shoots 70 bullets a minute. You know, that's no fucking joke. It was sad, man. So it was a whole different life, homie. Whole different life. And I'm happy to be back, man.
Yeah.
You know, and ever since I've been back, I've just been hope shit calms down. Because I want to go back.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still go back.
I'd be scared, man. I'd forget that. I saw a machine gun and people falling. Forget that.
You know? For me, it's home, man. I can never know anyone better
home.
than I know there.
Yeah. Even being here and then coming back,
even being here, I still have to get myself adjusted. The moment I landed in Ethiopia, I just went.
Yeah, everything
switched. Came back to the Ethiopian Noah.
Yeah.
I knew exactly where I was going, walking from here to there, talking this taxi, that place. It was I wasn't even a foreigner. I was back home.
Yeah.
You know, and I that feeling right there, and I also miss the feeling of freedom. True freedom and serenity and peace.
We don't feel that over here.
Nah, I'm just gonna be straight. The only time I ever felt it is when I'm traveling. England.
Mm.
You know, but that's the only time I ever felt that type of similar feeling. You know, just traveling, you know, only me had my back. You know, but I'm not, in London, England is a very beautiful country. Let me just get that straight. I've traveled and I've seen mountains, I've seen the green fields, and I've seen like high cliffs with the ocean. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen towns, I love the villages, and, you know, but still everywhere you go, camera, cop, you know, it's just like, I like my peace.
Yeah.
You know, I like the fact that I know that I am somewhere and no one can find me as easy.
Yeah.
You know, like no one's looking at me through my computer because I don't have no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You know, because they have a theory that the government looks at you through your laptop camera. You know, whenever you connect it to the internet or something, they're recording you and you just don't know it. You know, I'm just like, even if that is true, that can't happen over there. You know, so it's just like, yeah, I miss that, and I also miss the friendliness of the people.
Mm-hmm.
The people, when I'm still there, very friendly, very welcoming. You know, like especially the adults, and especially after you grow up with them and know them. I went back to my old neighborhood and I saw all the old shopkeepers that I went to every day. I saw all the people I used to hang out with in the neighborhood. I went to my old house. That's some rich white people living there. I'm just like, did you know that me, Noble, came from here?
Yeah.
You know, in Ethiopia, in Bahardar, in Addis, even a little bit in Gondar, I'm known. You know, not only as just a rapper, but as the person that's everywhere. You know, you go to that club, you heard of me dancing on some next table. You go over to this house party, you heard that, you know, Noah came here and did some next type of sick freestyle, and you know, like for me it was, you know, where
And I was also a rapper.
Yeah. You know, you can check me out. Like, I haven't really been doing too much shit right now because I've been more focusing on my rhymes and trying to get my shit right. You know, I'm on SoundCloud. You can look at me up as Noble Ninja. On
Noble Ninja.
Noble Ninja. Ends with a H.
Noble Ninja.
Ninja.
Huh.
And then you can look at me on Twitter, which is same thing, Noble Ninja 1. And then after that, you can look
That's
at
for
me.
Noble Ninja.
NOBLE, then space NINJAH.
Yeah.
1.
Done.
And then you can look at me on Facebook, which is the same thing, just no one. And that's it. Or you can friend me on No Air. You know, I'm there chilling, not really doing much. You know, I post some funny shit from now and then.
No, appreciate it, man.
For real, homie.
Coming on.
You know how it is.
This is what Drunktales all about. Telling stories, a couple drinks.
Shit. That's what it is. And hopefully, you know, we'll be able to put out something else out there very soon. And we'll hear from you again.
Drunktales.